Hey friends, here is how my curly hair is looking today after I washed it and styled it, and I wanted to show you my top, I guess you'd say, two favorite inexpensive hair products, and then two other products that are not like a hair product, but I use to style my hair. So two of those as well. But again, they're inexpensive, and I'll show you how I use them. Here we go. While I get ready today, I thought I would go through and show you my favorite inexpensive curly hair products. I have a family, I've got 3 kids, and I know how expensive things are right now. So we are on a budget, and I know some curly hair products can be really expensive, and so I always love being able to find something that works for me, but is still not feeling like it's breaking the bank. To get started, I just wash my hair. As we go through, like I said, I'll show you each of them. Some of the products might have some new like packaging. Like the packaging may look a little different now, like they may have updated it. The brand may have updated it. So if that's the case, I will also include like a picture of what it looks like at the store now, because some of these products I've had for a little while. All right, so I just washed my hair. I had it up and it was drying just with an old cotton t-shirt. So it's still wet. It's definitely not soaking wet, and you can see like the ends are drying out a bit. So what I'm gonna go do is go ahead and take just one of these continuous spray bottles. This shirt is going to get wet, so I just picked an old shirt that I don't care about getting wet right now. I'm just gonna go through and we're gonna get it wet, or more wet than it already is. It doesn't need to be like dripping, but it does need to be really wet. Right, so I don't know if you can hear that. When you do that, you can hear the moisture in there, you can hear the water. Go through. I'm gonna do the same thing for this side. Now, I guess you can consider this step 1, but as far as products go, step 1 for products, normally I have a curl cream that I usually put in while my hair is soaking wet in the shower. And then I'll put my old cotton t-shirt on my head and I get out, and it's just like sitting there while it's sort of drying a little bit. And then I'll come in and I'll put the other products in my hair and style it. However, I just figured I'd do it while I'm out here doing this with you. So now that that is pretty wet, the first product is this Flawless Curls Tresemme Flawless Curls Combing Cream. I think this does have updated product like packaging, so I'll show you what it looks like right after this. But this is the curl cream that I like to use. Now, these are inexpensive products, so they do have, I mean, they're like paraben free, dye free, but they do have silicones in them. I know a lot of curly haired people are against that. They don't like using them. I shouldn't say against that. You know, they just don't like using that in their hair, which is totally fine. However, a lot of those silicone-free hair products are a little more expensive. So, and I'm totally up for trying those in the future. I'm not saying I won't. For now, I just wanted to show you an inexpensive option. So, I should have showed you, but that first half of my hair, just like a dime-sized amount, going through, and I'm just spreading it from root all the way to the ends of my hair. And I'm spreading it through like this. I did that for each side, and then I'll just go feel through the back, make sure I got it back here really well. All right, so now that that is all through, I will take this next product. It is this Not Your Mother's Frizz Control Curl Talk Sculpting Gel. I think this has the same product packaging, but it says it's a flexible firm hold, level 3. Now this one actually is silicone free. So this is like water based. It is, like I said, silicone free. I love this. Even though it's a gel, for a while there, I was kind of against gels. I didn't like them. But now that I've been using this for a few years, I absolutely love it. It doesn't leave any kind of like white, flaky, I don't know, after in your hair. It's just great. All right, so that hair is really wet. Now we're gonna go through, and this is how I like to do it. So I know all the curly hair girls have different methods, but this is how I do it. So I'll split it in half like this. And I did about so I've got some hair on my hand. I've got about a quarter size amount. And I'm gonna go through, and I like to just spread it through really, really well. Make sure I get all parts of my hair. And I do live in the South where it is extremely humid, and these products work so well to sort of keep I don't mind a bit of frizz. It kind of just comes with the territory as a curly hair person, but it does help keep like the uncontrollable frizz, and just how poofy your hair gets with the humidity. So again, just about a quarter size amount. I'm doing the other side all the way through every bit of hair, getting it really, really good. And I love this routine because it's quick. Like I said, I've got 3 kids. Don't really have a lot of time to spend on like plopping, and again, nothing against any of that. Just when I've got things to do, I gotta be kind of quick. Okay, so we have spread that through really, really well. Now what I like to do is I like to just partition it off like this. And then, so of course, because I ran my fingers through it really, really well to spread all the product, all those curls have unclumped. So what we want to do is we want to get those clumped back together. So we've got this brush here. I'm sure you've seen this. This is like, I think it was like 10 bucks on Amazon. But I'm going to start at the root. You may hear my 3-year-old in the background, but that's just life over here. You're going to take clumps and you're going to go away from your head, but just sort of brush it through. And we're going to do this. You can see it clumping really well. Now again, I sprayed my hair with that water, which is making it really wet, which is going to help the clumps a lot and make it look not super frizzy at the ends. So I'm just going through all my hair. We're just doing this, getting those clumps really well. And then I like to do this. Again, I don't know if you can hear that, but you can hear the water in there. Okay, we're gonna go on this side. Oh, hold on. Okay, we're back. My 3-year-old just needed help. All right, and okay, so again, we're just gonna take this, we're gonna brush it through away from our head, which just helps with volume and make sure we're getting all the way to the root with all those curls. Go through, you can see them clumping really well. If you feel any part of your hair drying out, you can just go back through, spray a little more water, and then I'll go on the back and I'll just do it one more time just to make sure I got the back well. All right, this layer, I'll just go through and kind of scrunch really well. Okay, on to our next section. And I know people have different ways of parting their hair as they do this. Since I'm doing a middle part, this is just what works well for me with a middle part. If I part my hair differently, I feel like it's difficult to part my hair to the side right now just because of how my cut is. I don't love it parted to the side, especially with like the front pieces so short. It's a little weird. I could probably figure out ways to style it, but So I normally have just been parting it down the middle. And like I said, this is what works well for that. However, if your hair is longer, there may be different ways to section your hair. As my hair grows out, I can show you those. Again, we're just going through, getting those clumps nice and stuck together. Okay. On this side, again, we're just going out away from the head. Again, I'll just go in the back, and I like to do one out this way so that I make sure I get the back really well. Okay. We'll go through and we'll scrunch all the way around. And section off a new piece. I'll probably section it in two more sections probably. I cut my finger so bad a few weeks ago. I almost wonder if I should have gotten stitches. I mean, it would have only been like 1 or 2 stitches, but it has been several weeks and it still is like really tender. And it's definitely healing, but like the skin at the top of the cut is still not like patching back together. But it'll be all right. Okay. Same thing all the way around with this section. And then I will get these back pieces too again. Okay, and go through all the way around, scrunch again. All right, and we've got our last section. And the reason some people will do their gel as they go section by section, which is definitely an option. I don't know, I just love putting all the gel right at the beginning so I know that it is spread really well all throughout, evenly throughout. Again, we want to make sure you can kind of even go up here. Make sure you get all the way to the root. I may actually go back and do this part like one more time. Get it a little better. All the way to the root and then push it forward like that. Okay. You can see how these are clipping together well. I don't really like how that's looking. Let's do that again. Get to the root. Go out. Okay. I like that a little better. Okay. Then let's go through and do this side. this top part, I don't know if you can tell, but I am getting, I'll show you again, I am getting right there to the root. Let's get the back. All right, go through and we will scrunch a bit. And then we will diffuse. Okay, now we are going to go through and diffuse. So first I like to create, again, everyone diffuses differently. This is how I like to do it. I like to go through and create sort of a cast. So I will turn it onto hot, right? Your heat settings. So I'm not putting it like directly on my hair. It's just going to be hovering around my head. But I will put it on hot and high heat, and that's what we'll do first, just for a few minutes to sort of set a cast. Okay. Okay, and then once we've done that, I will go through and turn it down to low heat and low airflow. And then I'm gonna go through and I will diffuse like this. And then up here up top, I do like to sort of, I'll scrunch it up and I'll do this so it's not too like stiff up here, and there is some like movability, flexibility, and yeah, it still feels like it can move around. But, and then I usually blow dry it until it's about, say about 60% of the way done, and then I'll let it air dry the rest of the way. All right, so low heat, low airflow, here we go. Oh, and another point to make is that I don't, because these are as short as they are right now, I've been growing them out from bangs. I don't usually blow dry these front pieces because they will scrunch up a lot shorter, and I just don't want them to be scrunched up a lot shorter. So that's important to note. Okay, I'd say that's about 50% of the way dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it air dry the rest of the way, and I'll come back and I'll show you the results. Okay, here are the results after I let it air dry. You can see that they clump together nicely. And then I actually just went through, I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So I actually just went through, used an oil to scrunch like this, kind of break the cast a bit, make sure that it feels nice and soft, not crunchy. And I did that all around my head, and I'll show you the end results. There we go. All right, thanks for watching. See ya.